Tonight we take you to the Syria border with Turkey, and you'll hear from a man who says he was injured in that recent chemical attack in Syria. Correspondent Benjamin Hall tells us international inspectors are still not being given access to Ground Zero.
For the fourth day in a row, chemical weapons inspectors failed to reach Douma, the site of the alleged chemical weapons attack.
Russian officials have worked with the Syrian regime, we believe, to sanitize the locations of those suspected attacks and remove incriminating evidence of chemical weapons use.
The Syrian regime has claimed that rebel gunfire kept the inspectors back. But Fox has learned that all rebels had been bussed out of the area 10 days ago as part of a Russian deal. Today, hundreds more rebels gave up their weapons elsewhere in the city, afraid of further gas attacks. Fox has also learned that the bodies of those who died in the attack have been taken from their graves by the regime, and doctors who treated the victims have been detained and threatened if they give evidence.
Doctors are scared that their families who stayed in the in town or live in the government areas will be under threat from the government.
Despite these attempts, though, the truth is emerging. Bit by bit, we're able to paint a picture of what exactly happened in that terrible chemical attack in Douma. We can't get to the site ourselves, but every day, evidence and witnesses come across this border wall with more horrific details. Fox News spoke to someone who claims to be a survivor of the chemical attack.
What I saw were hundreds of injured bodies lying in the corridors, some dying of gas, others by conventional weapons. Many faces were discoloured, all red and blue. White foam came out of their mouths and noses.
But despite the strong US-led military response, the Pentagon has acknowledged that stockpiles remain.
They will have the ability to conduct limited attacks in the future. As they contemplate the dynamics of conducting those attacks, they've got to look over their shoulder and be worried that we're looking at them and we'll have the ability to strike them again.
Syrian rebel leaders have shown gratitude for the strikes, but said they hoped the US would do more.
We ask that the President looks at the region again, because there is an enemy growing strong here, that is the alliance of Iran and Russia.
But I've spoken to rebel commanders in the north of Syria today who tell me that Americans have been there and have taken blood and urine samples from survivors of the chemical attack. And that means that while the UN and the OPCW may not have samples, the American government does. Brett?
Benjamin Hall along the border with Syria. Benjamin, thank you.